Welcome back. Sometimes it's not faith that feels heavy. It's the lens through which we are looking at or experiencing our faith that makes it feel heavy. And I want to share a little story. I wear glasses now. I didn't always, but when I hit about 40, and also I'd moved to a new area, so I was totally unfamiliar with the streets. I became very aware that my vision was not what it had used to be. And so I went and saw an eye doctor, and he laughed at me because he said, your vision's actually still pretty good. I said, but it's not. It's definitely changed, and I can't see like I used to see in unfamiliar places. And he said, well, if you want, you can wear reading glasses. So I wore reading glasses for a while, and then I got my first set of trifocals, which I think I'm well beyond my first set. But I came home and I was doing stuff, and then as I was trying to do computer work, I noticed that I really had to work hard to see the computer screen. And so I mentioned it to the eye doctor. I called and asked, and they said, well, what you probably need is a separate set of glasses for the computer. So even though these have 3 different lenses theoretically in them, I needed one more lens that was different to use the computer. And when I put these on, it's like the whole screen just kind of pops, and I can see and stay focused on what I'm looking at because I can see it well, and I'm not noticing all of the eye strains. Our experience of faith looks different because depending on the lenses that we're looking through. And there are many different lenses. A couple of examples we talked about in the previous video, a little bit about checklist, performative behavior lenses. When we look at faith through that kind of a lens, it changes our entire faith experience. But when we switch that to like a source focused or a connection first focused lens, then that it's like putting on the glasses that are the right magnification or the right prescription that you need for that activity or that distance that something is far away from you. I don't want to get too heavy into the glasses metaphor because I don't want to make comparisons that aren't there, but I'm just using the lenses idea to talk about the way that we look at things matters. And I think we talked about this in the previous video too, about how the more is caught than taught idea, and how we involuntarily pick up things from the communities or the families or the cultures or whatever that we're in that everybody carries. It's not our fault that we pick them up. It's not our parents' fault that they picked them up and passed them on to us. They just are. And what we need to do is notice them and see those lenses and be able to pick those lenses up and say, is this lens serving me? And is it truth-based? I think the most important thing is it truth-based? But usually what drives us to ask that question is, gosh, this isn't working for me. I'm not quite sure how to deal with this. And then we pick it up and we're like, well, okay, so what is the truth about this? So what we want to think about over the next few days is what lens might be shaping how you show up. And the lens that we see our faith through can make it feel performative or like a checklist, or it can reveal freedom that we had no idea was possible. So think about how that hits you. Think about what lens you might be looking through that you didn't know you involuntarily picked up. And I would love it if you would share in the comments something about what you're thinking. I'd love to get your reaction to the kinds of things that we're talking about. And if you have any questions that I can address in the next video or the videos to come, there are lots of different sets of lenses that we can pick up for different things. Another word that maybe you have heard, I'm going to drop this here as a sort of a beginning thought, just to give you a word to kind of chew on or you don't have to look it up or if you don't want to, but a paradigm, and you may know about paradigms and paradigm shifts. But the lens and the paradigms, there's a good correlation between those two. How do we look at things? Now, I put these glasses on purpose, but we often pick up lenses when we're itty bitty before we can even talk about it, that we don't even know that we've picked up. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. And I hope that you'll join me. I would love to have you subscribe and follow along, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If you want to continue on with this conversation, go ahead and subscribe so that hopefully you'll get notified. I think if you click the bell, you'll get notified. And then you might get to see something pop up in your feed if you just subscribe. So I'm still not sure exactly how this all works. I'm learning as I go. Gosh, the sky is beautiful again. I'll see if I can get you just a little view of the sun going down. Here we go. You see my messy little hoop house that needs to be repaired, but off in the trees, the sun is setting and the clouds are in the sky. And it's like summer in December, and next week it's supposed to be cold. So thank you for joining me and sharing your time with me, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.